Everyone says crypto in America has zero rules. That it's the Wild West. No law, no cops, no rulebook. That's actually wrong. There are rules. Too many, from too many places, and none of them agree with each other. To understand why, you have to go back almost 100 years, to a stock market that just collapsed, and two federal agencies born a full 4 decades apart, fighting over the same turf ever since. Let's start in 1929. The stock market crashes. Fortunes vanish overnight. Congress panics, and in 1933 and 1934, it builds something brand new, the Securities and Exchange Commission. Its one job is to police anything that counts as a security, stocks, bonds, investment contracts. But here's the twist most people don't know. Farmers had already been trading futures contracts on wheat and corn for decades before that, under a completely different rulebook. Those weren't securities. They were commodities. And in 1974, Congress created a second agency just for them, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. 2 agencies. 2 rulebooks. One line between them that nobody has ever drawn perfectly. Fast forward to Bitcoin's launch in 2009. It doesn't fit either box cleanly. Is it a security, like a share of a company? Or is it a commodity, like gold or wheat? For over a decade, nobody in Washington gave a straight answer. The SEC and the CFTC both claimed jurisdiction. Exchanges got sued. Founders got subpoenaed. Investors had no idea which rulebook applied to the token in their wallet. That confusion is the real story. Not no rules. Too many overlapping, contradictory ones. In 2025, Congress finally moved. In July, during what insiders nicknamed Crypto Week, they passed the Genius Act, the first standalone federal crypto law in American history. It set rules for stablecoins, the tokens pegged to the dollar. A real milestone. But it only covered one narrow slice of the market. The bigger fight was still coming. Who gets to regulate everything else? Bitcoin, Ethereum, the thousands of other tokens. That bill is called the Clarity Act. Here's what it actually does. It draws the line Congress never drew before. Digital commodities, think Bitcoin, Ethereum, the tokens that run on decentralized networks, go to the CFTC. Tokens that function more like investment contracts stay with the SEC. It sets registration rules for exchanges, brokers, and dealers. It even tries to give decentralized finance projects a legal home to operate from. The House passed it in July 2025, by 294 to 134, with dozens of Democrats crossing the aisle. That's rare bipartisan movement on anything in Washington right now. Then it hit the Senate. And the Senate is where good bills go to get stuck. 2 different Senate committees wrote 2 different versions. Banking passed theirs in May 2026, 15-9. Agriculture passed theirs back in January, 12-11, straight down party lines. Now those versions had to be merged into one bill that could survive a floor vote. And the sticking point wasn't really about Bitcoin or blockchains at all. It was about ethics. Financial disclosures showed the president personally made well over $1 billion from crypto-related ventures in a single year. Senate Democrats wanted the bill to include real limits, barring federal officials from issuing or profiting off digital assets while in office. Republicans wanted the bill focused purely on market rules. Neither side would fully budge. By August 2026, the bill was almost out of time. The Senate filed the procedural paperwork to force a vote, a cloture motion, right before leaving for recess. But they left town without actually voting. The next real test isn't scheduled until September 15th, and prediction markets are putting the odds of it becoming law this year somewhere around 1 in 5. Sound familiar? It should. This is the same pattern as 1933. It takes a market getting big enough, chaotic enough, and politically loud enough before Congress finally sits down and writes the rulebook. It took the Great Depression to get the SEC. It took 40 more years of arguing to get the CFTC. And it's taken over 15 years since Bitcoin launched to get this close to a real answer, and we're still not there. So next time someone tells you crypto has no rules in America, the truth is almost the opposite. It has 2 competing sets of rules built for a world before crypto existed, a Congress trying to force a new asset into 90-year-old boxes, and a bill sitting 1 vote away from finally settling the question, or missing its window completely, again. Whichever way the vote goes on September 15th, one thing is certain. This isn't the last time Washington will be years behind the market it's trying to regulate. It never has been.